Hi there guys, hope you're all well and welcome back to another weekly outlook on the channel. Today we're just going to be breaking down the usual pairs for the week ahead. It is the week commencing the 3rd of November, so that's what we're going to be looking at. First of all, let's start on gold. As always, I'm just going to mark out some potential areas of interest, just using main key levels that I can see on the screen. And then once I've marked them, I will have a look and see what potentially price can do going into the week. So just as a whole, this is kind of just from a quick overview what I'm looking at on gold. You can see obviously a couple of weeks ago, price backed up near 4,400. Push to the downside. We are now trapped, and I say trapped, we're just in a little bit of a range at the minute. The market didn't do too much last week, in all honesty. As you can see, the Monday market opened here. We had an initial push down, and then price just kind of moved a bit stagnant. So what I'm going to be looking at when it comes to gold, we can see that price did start creating a little bit of a downtrend, which was then broken, retested here, and we've had a bounce up. Realistically, if you are going to be bullish on gold for the week ahead, I would say that this 40-40 region is going to be good, potentially for a break retest, and you're probably going to look at trading up into these highs here at 41.50. That's basically where I'd be at. In terms of strength and where you might want to be buying as well, should price go lower, I would say this 3900 region down here is also going to be good when it comes to buying gold. And let me just make that green. In terms of weakness areas, same again, 41.80 looks good for weakness. And that is basically what I would do when assessing this market. So you can see super simple analysis. Honestly, once I've started making things a little bit more simpler, the results have got even better. So when it comes to that, don't even worry about it. Just literally, again, trade the easiest setups, the most simplest setups, and usually that's where the money follows, especially on gold, which is a very structural pair. That's what I would be looking at. Okay, so 40-40 for buys should we get a break of the high, 3,900 for buys if price continues to push down, and if price can get up to this 41.80 level, I would look to short this, and obviously have a sell in the market like so. Okay, so that is literally it for gold. Super simple. Doesn't need to be more complicated than that. Euro US dollar, in terms of strength areas, we're in a bit of a weird kind of space at the minute. Price has continued to break some lows. I would be interested in this area down here around 114.50 for strength. So I'm going to draw this level here. I don't know why it's not going red, to be honest with you, but it is what it is. Let me just double click it. Let's have a look. Who knows why it's not working? Who knows? So 114.50 would be my strength area. You can see if we go a little bit higher, I did actually short from this level here. So this is a previous sell. Still valid if price comes back to it. We've had a level respected multiple times, 100% on the last two times besides the break, and they're the kind of levels that I like to look for. We've also got this level here, probably go a little bit lower, at the 115.80. That is what I could potentially look at for some shorts. Obviously, you want to see how the market opens. It is still quite a fresh new zone, so should we even potentially get a break of that, you could be looking at trading up to the highs at 116.60. So Euro US dollar 114.50 definitely for buys. 115.80 I'd have a look and see, is there any news? When is the zone hit? And obviously all of this will be shared to our analysis group with our members. Going on to GU, we've seen literally exactly the same. Prices continue to push down on that. So realistically, it is just a waiting game when it comes to seeing what price wants to do. Here at 132.50 looks like a decent level to potentially get in shorts. We've also got a level up here at 135.30, which I would be interested in. But the initial level, really, 132.50, is definitely something that I would be interested in for short-term weakness, and that's something that I would be looking at. In terms of strength areas, prices literally push down and down and down. I'd be looking somewhere like that, and potentially also something like that, which is obviously quite a while away. So 128.65 would be good for strength. The likelihood of this being hit next week is highly unlikely. But when it comes to weakness, I would say this 132.50 level looks really good, especially coming into next week. So this here, 132.50, mark it on your charts and have a look and see if it is going to be something that you will trade. If price pushes higher, it's obviously not going to be going all the way up here next week. It would take something huge fundamentally for that to happen. You can see along the bottom, we do have ISM, so we have PMI, we have JOLTS job opening, we have again PMI again, and then we also have the interest rate decision for the pound. So this week, in all fairness, there's the fundamental drivers, but realistically, we're not getting up here unless something majorly goes wrong. So 132.50, keep an eye on that, and then 128.65 as well is something I would be looking at. Finally, if we look at Bitcoin, so Bitcoin, you can see we did call this area here, which did end up doing 6%. What I'm going to do now is just remove my drawings on here, and let's have a look at some key levels going into the new week. So if we just have a look, potentially something there. To be honest with you, that's really all I have instead of potentially something there. Cool. So this will be Bitcoin. So premium buy areas, if you are looking to long the market, are going to be down at the 107 area. In all honesty, you've got huge support level, previous support, and then also it was resistance here, which didn't hold. So it showed that buyers were stepping back into the market. So 107.2 looks really good if you are looking to hold. In terms of either a take profit or a sell order, 113.5 looks good. You see you've had support, resistance, 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 support, resistance. You can't really go wrong with that. Literally every time there's basically been a good reaction. What's the chance of that happening again? Quite high. Also, just out of curiosity, if we draw a trend line here, you've potentially got a little bit of a retest. I'm not too big on trading trend lines. They're just nice visually to see what's going on. So you can see here, you have a multitude of confluences lining up. So the timing of that, if it's there, would make the area stronger. If it happens somewhere over here, it would obviously make the area a little bit weaker. On top of that, let's just have a look if we have one more trend line going from the bottom here. You've got 1, 2, 3. So there, same again, if price was to come in and around this zone. So basically, over the next day, you've got two strong buy and sell areas there. So 113.5 for weakness, 115.8 for weakness, 107.2 for strength, and 102 for strength as well in their areas. So you've seen the accuracy with the previous videos. Last week, we got some good trades off the back of it. All trades got sent into the group, as always. So links to that will always be in the bio. Any questions, leave them below, and we'll see you in the next video.